how many creatives you actually need to test to know if your ads are working, and how much you should spend to find the right results. This is one of the most common problems I see when people run ads. They test too little, too slow, or without any real structure. And when the results don't come, they blame the platform. But in reality, it's not the platform. It's the lack of process. So let's go step by step. What a creative really is. When we say creative, we're simply talking about your ad. The video, the visuals, the message, the voice, the format. Each creative is a different way of presenting your product or service. You can have 5 creatives that promote the same app or brand, but each one tells the story in a different way. One might show the problem, one shows the solution, one uses a testimonial, one is funny, and one is serious. That's all creative testing. Finding the story and format that connects best with your audience. Why you can test 1 or 2 ads and expect results. Now, this is where most people fail. They make one video, launch it, and wait for results. If it doesn't perform, they say ads don't work. But advertising doesn't work like that. If you only test 1 or 2 creatives, you're not really learning anything. You're just guessing. You need enough volume to identify patterns, to see what people respond to, what drives clicks, and what actually brings conversions. Without enough volume, you don't have enough information. It's actually a numbers game. Let's make this simple. Imagine you're throwing darts at a target. If you throw 1 dart, maybe you hit a bullseye, but maybe not. But if you throw 100 darts, your chances of hitting the bullseye increase. That's how creative testing works. If you test 10 creatives, maybe 1 works. If you test 100 creatives, maybe 5 work. The more you test, the faster you find winners. This is not about luck. It's about giving yourself more chances to succeed. That's why I always say the goal of testing is not to win fast, it's to learn fast. Now, let's talk about money, because testing costs money. There's a term you hear all the time, ROAS, which means return on ad spend. It simply measures how much money you make for every dollar you spend. If you spend $100 and make $1,000, your ROAS is 10x. That's amazing. But when you scale up, things change. You spend $200 and make $1,200. Now your ROAS drops to 6x, but you still make more money. So don't obsess over the ratio. Focus on total profitability. You want your business to grow in real numbers, not just percentage that looks good on spreadsheet. That's why understanding ROAS helps you make smarter scaling decisions. Scaling creatives with ad spend. Here's where structure becomes important. If you're increasing your ad spend, you need to increase your creative production too, because the more you spend, the faster people see your ads and the faster they get bored of them. That's called creative fatigue. When frequency goes up, attention goes down. So if you're doubling your ad spend, double your creative output too. If you're producing 5 new creatives per week, make it 10 when you scale. That way your content always feels fresh and you keep performance stable as your reach grows. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Philip Benzadon, founder of Scrolling Media. We're a creative agency for mobile applications. I've helped app publishers scale profitability with performance-driven creatives. We've helped companies reach from 1 million to 6 million annual recurring revenue, and even some $500,000 to 1 million in less than 4 months. We understand creative strategy, user acquisition, and how to make ads convert, because the product deserves to convert. If you're an app owner and want help optimizing your ad funnels and creative strategy, head over to scrolling.media, book a free call with us, and let's see if we can help you. And if you don't want this, then it's okay. Just subscribe and enjoy the free content. Now, let's just go back to the video. How to build a testing rhythm. Let's talk about structure. If you can produce 5 new creatives per day, that's 25 per week. About 100 per month. From those 100, maybe 3 or 5 will perform very well. And thus top performance can carry your campaigns for weeks. So when you have a system, a constant flow of new ads, you're never stuck. When one ad starts to drop in performance, you already have new ones ready to replace it. This is what keeps your account healthy. How to think about ad spend while testing. At the start, your goal is not to be profitable. Your goal is to gather data, to learn which creatives brings the right users and which one wastes your budget. Start with what you can afford. Even small budgets can teach you a lot if you're consistent. And when you find your winning creatives, then you scale your ad spend with confidence. As your campaigns grow, platforms like Meta and TikTok can offer credit lines. That means you can pay later once your ad starts generating consistent results. But until then, manage your spend carefully. The key is not to burn money, it's to build knowledge. Now let's talk about the part that really separates good advertisers from great ones: creative diversification. If people see the same ad again and again, they'll ignore it, even if it's a great ad. That's why you need different angles. One ad might show the pain, what problem your app solves. Another ad might show the solution, how easy it is to fix it. Another ad might feature real people showing results or testimonials. And another ad might focus on emotions, why people feel good using your app. All of these together create a complete story. You're not selling in one ad, you're building awareness and credibility over several. The power of social proof. People trust people. That's just human nature. If your ad only shows one person talking, it might feel like a commercial. If you show two people, friends, couples, co-workers, and one of them is showing to the other how to use your app, it feels natural. It feels real. It doesn't look like an ad anymore. It looks like a recommendation. And when people see others reacting in a positive way, they're more open to try it themselves. That's social proof, and it's one of the most powerful creative tools you can use. So, how many creatives should you test? As many as you can handle, without losing the quality and structure. Because the truth is simple. If you test more, you learn more. And the faster you learn, the faster you grow. Don't look for shortcuts. Build a system. Keep your production consistent. Keep your creatives fresh. Even if you make great ads, they won't perform well without a solid process behind them. And that's how you win. You create a solid system, you learn, and you have patience.